Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode, oof, this is a dope one right here. This is a dope one. Trust me when I tell y'all that. This is about the legendary, the iconic Hot 97 out there in New York. If you a hip-hop fan, matter of fact, you ain't even gotta be a hip-hop fan. If you listen to urban radio, that's what they call it, right? Urban radio when it's black music. Urban radio. Everybody claims they're the home of hip-hop and R&B. This station revolutionized black radio, and to a major extent, even the top 40 radio stations that play the current hits, they put a big impression on them. Most of the time, everywhere you go, no matter where you go, can't speak for overseas, can't speak for international levels, but in America, no matter where you go, when you hit that dope pop station, there's a Z somewhere. Z10 this, Z10 that. It's a Z something everywhere. I don't care where you go. And all the morning people sound the same. It's like the chick, and she's overexcited and really weird and animated in her voice, and the guy always sounds borderline sarcastic and corny. If you're a morning DJ person, my apologies, but I'm just going off of what I could listen to. Anyway, but with that being said, around 12 o'clock, even the pop stations have a mix segment with a DJ. It might not be a live DJ, but there's some blending and mixing going on. Why? Hot 97. Now, did Hot 97 originate this? No, by no means. But Hot 97 made it so every day. Like, they had all kind of joints. Radio stations, again, black stations. Y'all remember when everybody all of a sudden hired a Spanish chick? Angie Martinez effect. Y'all remember when everybody had that one broad who was all up in everybody's business, and a lot of times they was getting their news from Wendy Williams. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever she did, they did it a few hours later, or they tried to jump the gun sometimes. They tried to, especially when the internet started happening, so they was trying to jump the gun. But everybody had one of those because of her. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, our morning team, it was an actual morning, like everybody else. Everybody had a morning team. You had your morning team, no matter what radio station it was, the people, because that was the vibe. And then we did the syndicated joint. And then it went to our local, who was a DJ, and he did his little mix in the morning and all that. Rest in peace, DJ Law. And that was their thing. The Buddha Brothers were now in the morning. Why? Because you had real DJs and everybody doing their thing in the morning. It was like the impact Hot 97 had on black radio cannot be put in so many words. Like, you can't even begin to put that joint in context. Like, you just have to have lived through it. Like, now, like, you know what I'm saying? People take this, we talk about 93, 92, 93. They take this for granted. Like, yo, if you didn't live through watching the transition of all radio switch up and try to keep up with what Hot 97 was doing, you'll never understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because before then, if you got the traveling, even if you listen to the black stations, they had their own vibe. Everybody had their own vibe. Now, a lot of that is because companies got bought up by the same entities, but I'm just saying, everybody had their different vibes. Now, everybody has the same get down. No matter where you go, you can literally tell what time of the day it is by who's doing what, because Hot 97 set that standard. They bench pressed the bars up, you know. So salute to Hot 97, and we gonna get into the past on this joint too. Hot 97 had a wild history. You know what I'm saying? Peep how the history goes. It was a very wild history. And that's all I gotta say on this before we get into the joint. As I say all the time, man, thank y'all for listening so much, man. Y'all can email me, y'all can DM me if you got comments and questions. You know what I'm saying? You can leave audio clips or some places do audio clips. Messenger, Live at the Oasis, if you want to do an audio clip, and we'll play it on the show. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do an audio clip for the mix show, we'll play it for the mix show. You know what I'm saying? If you got a question, you want to comment, you want to shout somebody out, whatever it is, we here, man. We are here, you know, and I know I'm I'm worldwide. I see my joints. So salute to everybody all across the world. And if you, again, you want to do that and you're across the, you know what I'm saying, wherever, the doors is always open, man. The doors are always open. Thank y'all for listening. I say that so much because it's genuine. Thank y'all for listening, man. Hey, do your research on Hot 97. It's a wild ride for that radio station. And it also makes sense for a lot of stuff that it's doing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, for us hip hop heads, you be like, yo, they don't even keep it real no more. I'm not even near New York. But the thing is, if they said they are the standards, they are the standard setters. So if they do it, everybody will catch up on it. So if they want to just switch the game and go, yo, that's no longer relevant, guess what? The rest of the world gonna catch up as long as Hot 97 numbers are up. As long as they got trendsetters over there, their numbers, everybody else will follow suit. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's what we do. This is how we get down. I will holler at y'all later, man. Enjoy this show. Do your research. Let's go. Yes, we gone. Word. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know what time it is right now. We out here like bugging out with time and all that. But let's do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Take it from the top. Take it from the top. This moment in Black history. Brought to you by Lil Bow Wow's Do-Rags. Yeah. Don't let that dude from Raven's house find out. Word. Also brought to you by Slit Smoke Liquor Bull. Yeah. And Coke 45. Billy D. Williams laid out on the bearskin rug. You know how we do. Also brought to you by S-Curl. If you want your curl to look tight as Gerald Levert, his brother Sean Levert, Luther Vandross, all the brothers from Ready for the World, all the brothers from Surface, get S-Curl. Johnny Gill, Dominique Wilkins, get S-Curl. Hey yo, don't front. Y'all know Dominique Wilkins had the illest curl joint jumping. Yo, you know what I'm saying? In my mind growing up, Dominique Wilkins and Johnny Gill look like the same dude. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm just telling y'all, that's just me. But today, what we gonna talk about, I know everybody all up in the whole joint about the Breakfast Club breaking up because old girl bouncing, which is weird because I didn't know she was doing anything. I knew Envy was doing something. We all know Charlamagne doing something. So it was like, yo, alright, so what's up with her? But anyway, that ain't the point. What we gonna talk about the rival station. You know what I'm saying? Hot 97. And whether y'all know it or not, Hot 97 been in the mix forever. We all know, our hip hop heads, we know like Hot 97 was the New York station that did all that house music. But what y'all don't know, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but what y'all don't know is they've been in the game since 1940. 1940. A company bought them, rocked out with them, didn't kind of know what to do with them. It took like a whole decade to really figure out what to do with them. Then it was like, okay, whatever was popping around there was pop culture music, top 40 joints in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? Like that. In the 60s, they became like straight up because NBC bought them. Take it back a little further. NBC bought them and kind of didn't know what to do with them. Then it was like, all right, well, cool, put some pop top 40 music on it. Then it was like, nah, scratch that. We're going to be like a radio news station. This is where you go to get your news at. Because usually, we all know AM is where you get your news from. They was like, nah, we're going to be an FM dial and rock the news. That means we can get out to more people. That didn't really work out right. Then they went back to pop and stuff in the 70s. At one point, they was rocking country music. Y'all ain't understanding where I'm coming from. They was out here. They done tried their hand at everything. Then the Emis whatever company, EMMIS company bought them. Now, with the FCC and the government regulations, you couldn't have two AMs and FM stations. So they gave up their 10 whatever they had. They had a 103 joint. They gave that up, which is where the hot comes from, because they had that. Because back in the day, the call letters for the joint, for the station, for the 97 was WQ this and W this, that, you know. So they were like, yo, we'll sell that station off, but we're going to keep the name and put it with the frequency that we got, which is how we got Hot 97. And even then, when they did that, they still, for a hot second, in the early stages of what they was doing, around like 89, 88, 87, somewhere, they was like, yo, let's start going out here and making some R&B music. Like not making, but you know, playing some R&B joints. And they did that. They was always behind on the ratings. And then came the point that we all know about, the house music. They were like, let's reformat our joint. And they slowly but surely did it that way too. And then one night, it was like on a Saturday, straight just became that joint. It had the dopest house remixes by CNC Music Factory dudes. The CNC Music Factory dudes had a whole show and transcended the whole station for a hot minute. Then all of a sudden, somewhere in between 92 and 93, actually 91, that's a brainstorm. 92 and 93, they was easing into it here and there to switch out and become what we know. Well, hold on. Depending on how old you are, what we know about Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? Because the younger dudes, the younger chicks be like, nah, this is what I know about the home of hip-hop. Nah. When it was just raw. You know what I mean? And when people say stuff like Hot 97 is the house that Flex built, they're not lying. Flex was the main guy on the joint. He did his thing on Saturday nights. Boom. He had a joint. He did a weekly 2-hour joint and every night. Boom. The great Ed Lover and Dr. Dre from Yo MTV Raps had a morning show before they went to Power. They was on Hot 97. And we all know, again, we know from that point the whole history of Hot 97. You had Angie Martinez, Wendy Williams at one point. You had what's my man's? My man, I can't even think of my man. Buck Wild and them, you know what I'm saying? We had them dudes out here. I can't think of my man's name right now. It's wild, it's bugging me out. We had everybody. Clue. Like, it became the spot. If you were a hip hop DJ, that became the place. You know what I'm saying? Where you wanted to go. They had Wu Kid at one point. Clue. They had, you know what I'm saying, Pete Rock showed up a couple times. Primo showed up a couple times. The legendary Stretch Armstrong and Bobbito showed up at one point. You know, it had a show on there at one point. You know what I'm saying? K Slate, rest in peace, had a show. It was just, that was that joint. If you were hip hop, that was that place that you had to be. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, this is just dopeness. Now, as I say this, I want to also say, because I know there's a lot of wild stuff going on if y'all up on a lot of your news. Like, because Conway was like, yo, Flex don't be representing New York hip-hop anymore. Pete Rock chimed in. A lot of other artists and DJs and producers chimed in. Here's something that I just gave y'all the history of Hot 97. And y'all ain't understanding. This station has been trying to find their footing for decades. 1940, technically 1950. From the 1950s, because the 40s, they were like testing out stuff. They do something, stop. Like the 40s is just a big old wild joint. But the 50s to now, hip hop has been the most constant thing they have ever had. The hip hop and R&B game. They've been trying to figure their joints out forever. They found something, it worked. So when times shift, they're not going to stick with that. They're going to go with the times. They're like, yo, if this is the new joint, we going to ride. We going to keep this train. But they say ride it till the wheels fall off. And that's what they've been doing. Hot 97 has been riding this joint, been riding this black music, hip-hop and R&B thing until the wheels fall off. They have no time to worry about trying to keep it real anymore. Because what we don't, like for all us purists like myself and a lot of these other dudes who like, yo, they don't play that hip-hop. That was the 90s. That was like literally, you could wake up in the morning and hear Come Clean. You could come from school and hear Come Clean on the radio. Shook Ones came on in the daytime in the radio. You know what I'm saying? That was unheard of at one point. It was cool to hear Like what? For Rakim, second album, Follow the Leader, the big radio jam, quote unquote radio jam, was the R doing it with the R. Doom, 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 doom. So anytime you heard Microphone Fiend or Lyrics of Fury and all that, you was like, it was a gift. Hold on, this is mainstream radio hitting off with this? Oh snap. Boogie Down Production, Public Enemy, like outside of Fight the Power and Can't Trust It and 911's a joke. Yo, if you heard Don't Believe the Hype on your radio station in the middle of the day and it wasn't part of a rap show, you was you was geeking. You was like, yo, Hot 97 was that. Hot 97 was giving you that vibe all day, all night on that hip hop. And then and Diddy and them came in and switched the game, and the South came in, the West Coast was doing their thing, and all these other styles started rocking. They ain't go, yo, we gotta stay here. They was like, this is what's getting to play, this is what makes moves, this is what makes money, this is what generates whatever. Ride with it. That's what they do. That's a business. You can't get mad at that. Now the other side of that is when they talk about flex. Here's something I don't know. Again, people don't forget. Flex is a club DJ. You know what I'm saying? Flex is a club DJ. He's doing club stuff. So if the club is saying all this right here is what's popping, if the club ain't, again, goes back to the 90s. Yeah, you can hear MOP, how about some hardcore in the club. Like after they, you know what I'm saying? It's that point when they do all the little poppy stuff and all the little boom boom stuff and even the house stuff. And then they get, and you know how it is, they ease into it. The reggae dropping and all of a sudden they got that, because that reggae go hard. Or something like that, and then they'll just slide that hip hop in, that boom bap joint. And then the crowd, a couple, all the big booty bras kind of step off the floor because they're like, oh, this is a little too hardcore for me. But the heads is still, and the DJs are like, yo, they'll throw it in there when they can. And we roll with it. I heard MOP in the club. I heard how about some hardcore in a club environment, in a party environment. You know what I'm saying? Come Clean in a party environment. I heard that joint. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because our radio station 103 Jams used to do the live in the club joint. I was too young to go in there. Live in the club joint. And I remember when the DJ played Come Clean and you heard the beginnings of that, the mic was still hot. And you could hear the crowd going, ooh, what the? And yo, bananas. First time I ever heard that was secondhand of a club situation. But I'm saying, Flex has always been a club DJ type dude. He's riding with what's the club's rocking with. You know what I'm saying? His thing when he had y'all come in and freestyle and do all this, that's his way of going, I'm hip hopping with y'all. I'm on some hip hop stuff with y'all. This is my space for y'all. But when it's time to be on some radio dude, Hot 97, do it for the charts, I can't play y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? The word is, I forgot who it was. Was it Envy? Somebody was like, they didn't even know, they wanted to play Exhibit C by Jay Electronica so bad on radio, and they didn't know if they could. So they put it out there like, yo, tell us how y'all feel about this. That's what radio is right now. It ain't even about, yo, I heard this hot joint, let me go throw it on they put the people onto it. No, they ain't even doing that no more. It's channels you gotta go through now, man. And Hot 97 is a beacon for hip hop when it comes to radio. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. And to realize that, yo, here's a station that went through 100 changes and found this movement, and it's not gonna let go of that movement. It got a chokehold on that. Hot 97. When you say Hot 97, you automatically think hip hop, R&B, Flex. You know what I'm saying? Ebro and all that come somewhere along it, but Flex is first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, that's just what it is. And for somebody like me who grew up a certain way, that's it. You Hot 97, you know what I'm saying? Flex, the whole Wendy Williams joint, Stretching Bobbito, you know what I'm saying? Sway and Tech, all that right there. That's that level of joints for me. College radio and all that. That's hip hop to us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like the Freaknik joints, all the homecoming joints. That was hip hop to us. Like that was a moment. Y'all know me. I'm from Virginia, so I remember the game changing. Cause you get college students from all across America, and them down south dudes was going up top, like up to VA. And the VA dudes was going down south and coming back with stuff. So like all of a sudden the radio stopped having a lot of New York, LA type music, it started really getting heavy. I remember hearing Mystical a whole week, and they played that Mystical, the very first single, like hard. You know what I'm saying? I thought the dude was a student or something. They played it so hard. Hip hop, like the way radio treats the culture or treats the music or rocks with the music is so different now. And it's kind of hard for dudes, especially I guess if you're a New York artist and you make that good music and the streets is talking and you turn to the radio and they like, we can't play you right now. We can't play that. Yeah, I could see that could be frustrating because now New York rappers are like the regular local rapper around the way. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all will get on and the rest of y'all are just in the cut going, that ain't even that hot. It is what it is. This is that hip hop history moment. This is what we do. I talked a little too hard. I talk so hard now I look over, it's like less than 20 minutes. Let's get back into this music, y'all. My bad. It's just how we do, man. This is what we do. We live. Get at me on Twitter, BlackCeez, BLACK_CEEZ. Get at me on the gram. Y'all know who I am. BlackCeez son. Woo! BLACKCEEZARSONN. Facebook Live at the Oasis. A whole lot of joints, a whole lot of places. I got my name on every spot. If you Google it, you can see how I do with it. When I be doing it with all this music. Our world, our time is the podcast. Let's go, man. Let's get back into what we do. We only got a few minutes. I don't even know where I want to go with this when we come back. Let's go. Yes. Hey, that's my time, man. Y'all know how we do, man. I try to hit y'all over some boom bap here and there. I gotta do. This is my line right here. This is my vibe right here. Word up. A lot of freaky deaky joints. Sometimes, I gotta get into that little party vibe, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard for me to go out here and be like, yo, they'll be like, yo, you sort of, nah, I can't do that. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna get experimental. I'm gonna try some joints out. People like, nah, don't you do that, son. But anyway, this is what we do. This is how we get down. I'll holler at y'all Saturday. Y'all know how we do on Saturdays. Everything is everything. We just throw the game in and we rock out. Word. So I'll see y'all then. Before I go, let me do it like this. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.